So I wanted to share with people that my adoptive dad is actually going to come on the 29th and spend a week here. It's not that my parents are getting back together yet, but we would like that one day, but he has an alcohol problem, and most of my life he's always been very abusive. So it's more of a matter of um, seeing how he's changed, and he misses us. But he did choose to leave us. We didn't kick him out. Um, so he's coming to visit. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me a little nervous because I'm afraid to trust him because I've done that so many times. If you've ever known an alcoholic, you know they'll tell you they're being better, everything's better, and then it's not. They're just telling you what they know you want to hear. And so even when he's saying, yes, everything's great, yes, I'm doing better, you don't even know if it's true. And I'm kind of scared of falling for it. But he's going to come, and I do actually miss him. But I do think that maybe he now understands more about how I feel. Now that he lives back in California with his family and his brother, his dad and his dad's wife and his brother, one of his brothers, he is realizing what it's like to have nothing to do all day and be alone, which is how my life has been since middle school, and how painful it is. And I guess I feel really sorry for him and the pain he's feeling from that because I know what it's like, and it's terrible. Um, so I've decided he's gonna come here and he's gonna help me, be able to get out of the house during the day while my mom's working, and hopefully we'll see he's changed. He goes to AA, has a sponsor and everything. Um, he's disabled now from a spine injury or something. I think it's connected to his football career. Um, and I'm now he never really understood that I was in pain and sick all the time. Didn't believe it, and now I think he finally understands it's true. Now that I have the wheelchair and doctors proving that I'm sick, um, so he's gonna come and help me, take care of me, and go out together. And of course, then he's gonna have to leave because he's not staying. This isn't like the end of the separation. It's just trying to see if we can ever work things out, see the progress. So he'll be here on the 29th. And me and him are going to go out and do all sorts of fun things, which I hope, I'm actually looking forward to being able to get out of the house. So I guess that's about it. I'm hoping he'll really have changed, and maybe we can work things out one day. Um, he finally gets how annoying his family is. His family are terrible, terrible people. I'm sorry, but they are. Um, I couldn't stand being around them my whole life, and I celebrate my birthdays around the time of Thanksgiving, sometimes on Thanksgiving. So whenever it was my birthday, I had to celebrate it with them, and oh my gosh, it's a nightmare. I can't stand to be in the same room as them, because they're all wealthy and ignorant and self-centered and full of themselves. They look down at other people who aren't wealthy. Um, I remember one time there, my cousin, who's older than me, but he's still this generation, if you get what I'm saying. He's like late 20s, I think, or maybe 30. Um, and he is a psychiatrist now, which is terrifying. Last time when he was in medical school, I remember one time he made a joke about mental health because he was, having to work under a psychiatrist, and he was working at interning at a mental psychiatric hospital. Um, and I remember one Thanksgiving or Christmas, maybe I think it was Thanksgiving. He's sitting there and talking about how people putting toothpaste in their hair as shampoo and all these stuff and laughing like it was so funny to just watch people who are mentally ill fall apart. And I called him on it, just for everyone in my family to say, "Oh, it's not you. She's just in a bad mood." It's like, no, it is him, because I've been in a mental hospital before, and he knows that. So to just outwardly make such horrible statements right in front of me, to make jokes like that, was just horrific, especially for someone who wants to be a psychiatrist. You can't do that. I've had friends who've been in mental health hospitals who probably did put toothpaste in their hair and that kind of stuff. People who thought they were God. People who were very mentally disturbed and psychotic. I was there for suicide attempt, but I know other people, I have friends who were there for very severe other reasons. And to hear someone talk about it like it's a joke was so disgusting to me that I couldn't just sit by and ignore it. Especially since he wants to be a doctor for those people, then you can't be making jokes about him. You got to be understanding and sympathetic. But he's been spoiled. He's a spoiled rich kid. And actually, he's not even rich. He just borrows money from his rich family on a regular basis. You know what I mean? So, sucks. I think he just wants whatever job pays the most, and apparently psychiatry pays pretty well. It's just, he's not the cousin I once knew. He's not the same sweet, kind-hearted person anymore. He's greedy and heartless and always dating, like, slutty models. Then breaking up with them. And then finding another one. I can't stand my dad's side of the family. It's why I don't like to use my last name, my legal last name, because it's his last name, and I just don't like that family at all. Anyone in it, I don't want to be associated with them, because they're all horrible. You know, some people in that family have committed suicide with a gun. Most of the people in that family have alcohol problems and drug problems. But that's also a family who believes reputation is everything. So they don't talk about it. They hide it. Isn't your son in jail? I don't know. No, I don't know. What are you talking about? He's on vacation. No, he's in jail. I couldn't stand them. They were so egotistical and obsessed with reputation and money, and it was just sickened me. My dad's probably the least like that out of all of them. Him and one of his brothers, who's been taking care of him, and is the one who had gone to jail previously. Now my dad never saw how me and my mom didn't like his family, or he saw it and he didn't agree with it at all. But now that he's stuck with them, he finally realizes his family is horribly obnoxious. They've never really treated me as a true part of the family, because I'm not blood. So I'd rather just not be associated with them. I plan to change my last name. I plan to legally change it to Mills, because that would have been my last name before. I was actually born with my mother's last name, and then changed to my father's last name when they got married, and then got adopted, so I got another last name. I'm not going to use my birth mom's last name either, since her family doesn't like me either. So yeah, my dad's going to be coming, and I just hope things go okay, and that he really has changed. I'm not someone against drinking. I think getting drunk every now and then isn't such a big deal. Just as long as you're being safe about it, don't do it in a public place, surrounded by someone who, the opposite sex or something. That's just stupid. But alcoholism is something I just have too many people in my life with, and I know what it does, and it's terrible. It destroys families. I've met so many families destroyed by alcoholism, and it's horrible. So I'm really hoping he has been sober like he's been saying. And I hope me and him can spend time together and enjoy each other's company without something going wrong. Now I should probably get to knitting, because even though my hands are actually really sore right now, the needle keeps poking a nerve in my index finger. I don't know if you have nerves in there, like a nerve connection or something, but I know that whenever I knit and the needle pokes it, it suddenly burns and then tingles and stays that way for days. So imagine something gets pressed. My whole body is really sore today. Winter is the worst time of year for me. It makes me feel so much pain. I hate winter. I hate it. It'd be great if I wasn't in pain, but it makes it worse. Anyone with arthritis knows how horrible winter weather is on your joints. Many of you saw probably I deleted that last couple videos about my sexuality and religion, mostly because I don't think I should have ever made him. I don't want to lose the people in my life that I love, so it was stupid of me to even make the videos, and especially stupid to post the videos. So, and it also really hurt that people or someone thought that I was being self-centered and self-focused, or whatever other words for selfishness they were using, for thinking that my family would care about how I live my life. But I'm sure many of you know, have had that experience with your parents at some point in your life, that you did something they didn't approve of, and it made things tough. I mean, that's just how it is. And it sucks. And my family means everything to me. It's my whole world. So, honestly, I think I'd be happier in a loveless marriage and still having my family than not. At least that's how I think now. But then again, anyway, I felt really insulted by that comment. That person had left. Because, first of all, they also recommended traveling. I can't travel. I'm in a wheelchair. I thought that was I already made that clear. There are people in my life, throughout my life, who've always had an issue. So, with me being different, well, they always feel the pressure to conform, and they do. And then I was always brave and bold to be myself, and made people hate me, so I don't want to lose my family again. I guess that's about it. I'm hoping to volunteer again soon. So after Halloween itself, I'm going to be going in regularly with my mom to where she works to volunteer and just kind of hang out with the assisted living side, people who need help more, and just, hang out with them. They like having people to hang out with, especially on that side, because they often feel lonely and they're often difficult to deal with, and you got to be the right kind of person to keep them company. The kind of person who they call you something inappropriate, like, I don't know, they call a black person the N-word or something crazy like that is horrible, but at the same time it's just this person's basically dying. That's how I see all old people. I see that even if they're in good health right now, they won't be for long, because they're at that time in their life where death is just a natural occurrence that can't be avoided. So I don't want to make them feel like their beliefs are wrong, even if they are. I just want them to be happy, because at that point, that's all you really should be doing. It's different with middle-aged people. I mean, you can still talk to them about their views and enlighten them, but with an old person, what's the point? Their time's almost up. Why make them feel any worse or start a fight with them? So, yeah. Adios.